Clement, I think you have an item in the agenda.
Yes, hello everyone. Yeah, I'm looking to evaluate the cost of the future topology service, and one of the main drivers seems to be Cloud Spanner. Do you think we can, well, like, do you have any idea of how we could forecast this cost? Can we somehow benchmark some usage we have on dedicated today and extrapolate to the future of sales? I know it's kind of a long shot to evaluate that. It's not urgent either, but I think we'll need insights or an estimation as soon as we can get one.
So Spanner Dedicated does not use Cloud Spanner at all. Dedicated uses Cloud SQL. Those are two
Okay.
different set of projects. Cloud Spanner is not a Postgres hosted offering. It's a
Yeah.
whole like it's its own database setup, right? That provides multi-regional, multi-ride. So this is a brand new thing that we're deploying, a brand new set of technology that we're deploying. I'm not sure if you saw the blueprint, but there are some estimates on costs,
Oh,
like
no, I didn't see it.
public calculator. So it's not our internal discounts or anything like that. So it's completely safe to leave it public because it's
Yeah.
just a link to the calculator. Um, and
Maybe
maybe I
to
can take it.
clarify, sorry to interrupt, like Spanner is going to be used for topology service, not for the application.
Got it. Got
Exactly.
it.
So
Yeah.
Got it.
yeah, so I think the application is going to use like Cloud SQL or anything like yeah,
That's
whatever the
I think
dedicated is
that's still
using.
being
Yeah.
Yeah,
discussed.
yeah,
There's no usage today we're making in dedicated that is even similar to what's going to happen in the topology service. Got it.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you for
We
this
are going to
clarification.
have we are going to have multiple cells, but there's only one topology service. So
Yeah.
there's no it's totally something like totally new, and it's going to be centralized for all the cells.
Yeah. Got it. Thank you.
And Prabha linked to the blueprint, and if we look at the multi-regional deployments here, like choosing the simplest one, it's like 9,000 a month. Like how big the instance needs to be, we don't know yet, just because we don't know how many number of nodes we want, because this scales quite considerably. And the number of nodes affect the performance. Like this is completely different than Postgres. Number of nodes doesn't
Yeah.
increase,
Okay.
doesn't manage only the availability, but it also affects the performance of the Spanner database because of how it charts the data. So like if we just go with 4 nodes, like which is the minimum is like 9,000 a month, but like we don't know how this is gonna perform just yet. So
And does
yeah.
that include already a multi-regional
Yes.
deployment? Yes. Okay.
The
Got it.
9,000 bucks is
Yeah,
multi-regional. These
multi-regional. Okay.
exactly. The regional one, meaning a single region, it's considerably cheaper. It's like
Yeah. Okay.
1,000 or something like that. But the main reason we want to go for Spanner is for the multi-regional. So I don't think we'll ever deploy a regional one.
Okay.
Maybe just for the test environment or the staging environment, like dev environment. But I think production will go multi-regional on day one.
Steve, like smallest topo like Cloud Spanner deployment that we could use, I think, is like I think there is like a very small amount of the request that you get, but it's like $60 for the testing. This is like
Okay.
the cheapest. Basically, what Steve is saying, I think, is like on the higher end. Like he's very generous on how much compute it's giving topology service. So I think it's like very generous, like what he's proposing. Because I saw 4 nodes, 500 gigabytes. It seems like in 10 years' time, probably this is how much we need. But we also don't know how much we need today.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's just a generous amount. Yeah.
It's always better to come back and say, hey, we're saving money than to say, oh, we need to triple that. So,
Well, it's not about saving money at the moment. It's more about spending.
right.
No,
Right. I think
but like if you put
I
a
support.
CVS of 10,000, so we're gonna be saving money.
Yeah, but in a reasonable scope. So
No,
I mean,
it's really more about forecasting the cost that we don't get a surprise. I don't think it's about budgeting or cost optimization yet at all. It's just not to have any surprise.
And something.
I mean, this is the one service that is fundamental to the operation too. So I think this is one place where if it's not like a multi-million-dollar investment, then no one's going to bat an eye at 10,000 a month or whatever it ends up being.
Yeah, and in this case, we just need to give an accurate forecast to back to finance. That's it.
Right, but we still need to learn about it,
yep.
which is part of the. I mean, I think right now that's sort of finger in the wind and saying, let's go this way and see what happens. As we learn, we'll obviously become more optimized.
Yeah,
Cool.
and
Thank you.
One thing to keep in mind, choosing the structure of spanner is somewhat of a one-way door decision. Like if we want, like for example, let's say we want to go multi-regional, but then we decide we don't want to go multi-regional. That's something that we have to, as scary as it sounds, submit a Google form that GCP links in the Google Docs, and they'll do it for us at a scheduled time. So it is somewhat of a one-way door decision, the structure of the spanner database. I'm not saying that it should be a blocker, but I'd much rather go multi-regional for production at least on day one, and then be generous on capacity there.
Thanks.
Anything else we want to talk about? People can verbalize before they type if they want as well. Okay, guess we're at the end of our agenda and everyone is busy at work, so I'll let you be. Have a nice day, everyone.
You too.